Hi everyone, today I thought I'm going to show you again how to dice the chicken, but this time with a commentary while I'm eating, because it's a food channel and that's what you do with food, you just eat. So you're going to need a very sharp knife and a chicken, of course. So let's start with cutting off the whatever's left from the tail, the bum. The bum. And now you need to stretch it a bit. If the board is moving, which is annoying, just put something wet underneath it and it's going to stop. There you go. Come on, stop moving. Yeah, so stretch it a bit, like a little bit of gymnastics. Left, right. And I like to start with cutting off all those funny parts and bits that are inside. And you can do that with scissors. Okay, I got myself some scissors. I'm just gonna cut this basically away. There you go. First incision, cut it between the breast and the leg, just pierce the skin so you see exactly what's underneath. And underneath is a pocket. As you can see, this is the part of the breast, this is the part of the leg. Cut it a little bit more. So remember, you're just cutting the skin, you're not cutting the actual meat. And what you do, you break his leg, or hairs. Just break it so you hear the click. And that gives you a bone. You can see this bone here. It will always pop out. And what you do, you just cut close to the spine and where the bone came out. There you go. And that gives you a beautiful leg. I'm going to put it here for now. This is the tricky part, how to do the thigh and the drumstick. I'm just going to cut off the excess fat. You need to feel the joint. That's the trick. So I can feel there is a bone, there is a gap, and there is a bone. So I can feel that gap here. And what I want to do, I want to put the knife through that gap. You see how easily the knife goes in. There you go. So what happened, we just felt the knuckle and you just cut through it. Instead of, dicing on a bone and using lots of strength and basically playing it a little bit too much. That's how it looks. You can also cut around this and scrape off the meat, whatever it's there, and then cut it again for presentation, but I can't be bothered. Okay, do the same on the other side, and now onto the wings. Again, you have to really, really pull it, like with lots of strength, and you will see the armpit. Sorry. And just do little incisions, a tiny bit, so it will come out a little bit whiter than the rest. You have to really cut into the breast. Oh, so I can see this is the knuckle here. So that's what you're trying to find. You're trying to find the knuckle. And then what you're going to do, you're just going to cut around it, trying come out, to go through the knuckle again. Oh, I can see it now better. You see? I hope you can see in the video. Okay, I went a little bit into the breast, but that would. And here it is, a beautiful wing. Do the same on the other side. And what you are left with are two beautiful breasts. Okay, to get rid of the spine and the rest, I sometimes use knife, I sometimes use scissors, but that's what happens, you just cut it. There is a little bit of bone left here, but it's nothing that scissors can cut. And then again, you'll see, because you just go from the membrane, from the breast to the ribs. I think they are kind of ribs. Ta-da! And what you do with this, you use it for stock. So just cook it with some vegetables for an hour or so, and it's going to be beautiful, beautiful plain stock that you can use for soup, sauces, and anything else. You can of course freeze it. So leave that. Don't throw it away. Don't waste anything. And onto the breast. This is can be difficult because sometimes people trying to get rid of those bones underneath and trying to cut the meat off the bone, which is really difficult. If you're not running a restaurant, I wouldn't recommend that. Just leave it on. Once you cook it, people can easily, you know, munch around those bones if they have a greedy chops. So there is a thing here. Sorry. You can feel it. It's. I think it starts with a bone and then it just goes to something else, which I'm not sure what it is. But you're gonna have to cut it as close as you can to this part. So start with the thinnest part of the breast, they shaped in the heart, and just make an incision again. Yeah. So here, this is gonna go easy because it's soft, this part. And then you're just gonna have to use a little bit of strength. And there you go. These are your two breasts.